we are going to welcome back Collin Moulton. Collin has worked with Robin Williams, Ron White, Dave Chappelle. He has his own comedy special on Showtime and has been featured on Comedy Central. Let's give a big hand to welcome back Collin.
Hey, everybody. What's happening? I'm going to show you something here. There, we're going to do this the right way now. Since we talked about art, this is from my art collection. And it's informative, interactive art that I think you'll appreciate. Some of you more than others. But it gives you a light, shines a light on a little bit about me. And where I'm from. And once again, this is from my winter art collection. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Happy Christmas. Happy holidays. This is, let's get right into my winter art collection. This is, I may or may not have purchased or made this. It is, neither of which you can disprove. This is the Nutcracker, the most unfortunately named holiday tradition since figgy pudding. And this is something I actually did make for you guys. This is, I call this piece, it's from my winter collection as well. What are we going to do with these finger symbols? It's it'll go for about $25,000 on Etsy since there's only one of them. So you're welcome to purchase that. My Todd profile's at 82%, so I can justify that kind of expenditure. Also, this is raise a glass. This is our most esteemed time in history. It's the guess what's in your employee's glass time in business history. So. And please feel free to unmute. I know some of you think that we don't want to interfere with the sound or whatever, but I need you to unmute and hang out with me. This is part of the thing when you interact, and I can hear you laughing and stuff. It helps because I've been touring for 25 years, so I know the percentages of you that have a snort laugh. So if you don't unmute, I'm just going to have a snort laugh, right? Jock and AJ, this is great. They're elves. That's perfect. They're just like elves. They seem to get a lot done, or know people who do. But you never see them working, which is just like magical elves. Yeah. And my mother loved Etsy, by the way. I mentioned Etsy because it's like a shout out. My mother, she was an artist, and that's what my mother's generation of people called a drunk person. She sold, once she figured out Etsy, she sold about $1,200 worth the art that most of which was never delivered. The problem with a drunk 80-year-old woman learning how to use Etsy is that she still hasn't mastered the postal service. So after a couple of days in a lawyer's office, we got all of it sorted out. It's good to be with your family, isn't it? This is great because the holiday is totally upon us. We finally get to settle back into our homes with our family and drink mysterious liquids from our coffee cups. And if there's any work to do, we just log on remotely. Sounds a lot like the whole year. So I guess 2020 was just an uncomfortably long holiday season that of which Santa never came to. Which, hopefully he'll come now. I am really struggling this year with my move. Here's the thing, and the great Dave Chappelle stated this beautiful thing. He said that we are now left with our choices. This is it. We're in our homes with our choices. And did you make good choices? You know, I used to travel and it didn't matter as much, but now here we are and with our choices. And I'm with my family, and I'm in Georgia. I made a choice to move to Georgia, which I don't know if you guys have been to Georgia, but it's the South. And it's very much like this. It's very Southern. People, it's a double standard. I love Southern people because I love the kindness and the thoughtfulness and, ladies first and yes, sir, no, sir. And please, and there's this, beautiful chivalry to it. But when emergency vehicles come, they don't pull over at all. They don't pull over. That's just a total double standard. They're like, no way, I'm going to finally an escort. I got to get these cigarettes. It's bizarre. It's the weirdest double standard. It's like Southerners can't resist the impulse to race. It's why NASCAR is founded in the South, I think. And I went to the dump yesterday, and that's a real Southern treat. Those guys down there, man, they don't believe in masks at all. They don't believe in the Earth being round, which is weird because they're the ones rounding it off. Isn't that peculiar? I went to my local dump here and met Timothy. Do you guys know Timothy? There's always a Timothy, who's the gatekeeper. Welcome to the landfill. My name's Timothy. What's in the trailer? I'm like, dude, you really need to know what's in the trailer? I've been to your landfill. I've seen seagulls eating nuclear waste. Nothing in my trailer is going to damage your beautiful dump. Yeah, and then you get interrogated by the gatekeeper. Timothy has rules. You have to. How much? What do you got? Metal there? Is that wood? What is that? Is that household garbage? Pull over! Like, you're not a cop. You're the dump guy. So that's been my experience just in the last couple of days, and we've been barbecuing because it's warm here. So I know you guys are probably in roughly the same equatorial temperature as us. You like somewhere like Maureen, you look like you're on the beach.
Yeah.
Maureen, are you on the beach? Where are you?
Ish, close. Newport Beach, but I'm
beach-ish. Yeah, so we're still barbecuing, enjoying. Meanwhile, they're having storms in the Northeast. And at 50 years old, which I am now, I've learned a ton about what I know and don't know from barbecuing, because it used to be I just burned meat until it wouldn't kill me back. And then when you're 50, you start to learn things. Over time, you start learning important stuff. And I have all this knowledge, and it's really beautiful. I'm a lot smarter now. I know that you can put an internal thermometer into a piece of meat and find the actual internal temperature, and then it can be succulent and wonderful. And so I know stuff because I'm an adult. So I was cooking yesterday, and my meat was going, and I thought, I'm going to go in to the kitchen and get my internal thermometer. And I walked in there with my 50-year-old man knowledge, and to get my tool that I use to implement that. And I got to the kitchen and forgot what I went to get. So good to know stuff. Yeah. And then I went back out to the barbecue, and I was like, what was it? Oh yeah, the thermometer. So I went back in and forgot again. So that's the double-edged sword. Plenty of knowledge, but no memory of what it was. I don't have to tell you guys that. Okay, Rob Walker, do I? Rob, who is the most Christmassy dude in SMA. What? Okay. You get the Christmas award. Look at that. Sure. Yeah, Jacques and AJ dressed as elves, and you still out-Christmased them. That's not a virtual backdrop, by the way.
Well, no, it's not.
That's the real thing. That's really your house, huh?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
No, I'm in Florida.
Oh, you're in Florida. Oh, yeah. Well, that's just it. When I moved here to Georgia, I realized, so you guys get hit by hurricanes, but hurricanes don't hit Georgia. 80 years it hadn't been. So I chose Georgia. I've been hit 4 times since I moved here 5 years ago by hurricanes. Yeah. So I thought I was going to be safe from your hurricanes, Rob, but then I ended up getting hit 4 times. And now I don't even know what's going on anymore because they named them after the Greek alphabet. What? The Greek alphabet? I don't speak Greek, so I don't know what's happening. Why after Greece? Greece has never been hit by a hurricane. It's inland. They should name hurricanes with a language that's more familiar with hurricanes, like Floridian. It should be Floridian. You could have the whole alphabet, Rob. You could have Hurricane Alligator Meth, Hurricane Burned Down My Trailer, Hurricane COVID is a hoax. And with all this climate change going on, we could make it all the way to Hurricane 30-foot Python or Hurricane Zebras in my apartment. We don't know. Alan Berman, have you tried to write off any alcohol this holiday season because the word egg is in the drink? Sorry, there's nutritional value. I'm going to write off a certain percentage of this eggnog. So, yeah, I've been I've been trying very hard to be good this season and be a positive influence on my children, and so we've started to rescue all these animals. So we have bunnies, cats, chickens. We have everything. And I don't know if do you have animals, Rob? Don't mute, Rob. You're the Christmas guy.
Not yet, but I'm getting some serious hints from my significant other.
To get an animal?
Well, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Your significant other wants you to get an animal?
A dog.
A dog. Oh, a puppy.
Yeah.
Or just a dog. See, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. If you rescue, my sister was like, you got to go to a no-kill rescue. And I was like, I don't even know. Are people allowed to kill stuff they rescue? Isn't that like murdering, kidnapping? There is. Yeah, there's these no-kills. So I had to go to a no-kill rescue. And it's a no-truth rescue because I got my dog was like he was chewing on rocks, I guess. He was 6.5 years old, they said. But turns out he's a lot older because like a year later he turned 14. I don't know if you've ever seen a dog that did that, but it's pretty clear he's 14. Are you going to get a rescue?
Probably. We're still in negotiation right
Okay. Well, I was just on. I just did a show for a group out of Maryland, like an hour ago. That is a Maryland. It's the Maryland. They do. It's the University of Maryland System Foundation for like helping people get scholarships. And so they were started by a gift of cattle, which I don't know if you guys have ever been around a cow, but that's not a gift, first of all. But also, I was like, oh, that must have been 100 years ago. And they said, no, actually, it was 40 years ago that we started. And I'm like, so somebody gave a bunch of cattle to you 40 years ago? That's crazy. They're like, we're in town. Where are we going to put these? Is Jim's yard still big? So the Maryland Foundation has been they're the ones who deal with the bureaucracy to try to get money to kids who need it, which I thought was beautiful. That they were started by a gift of cattle, and then they've been dealing with the BS ever since. And I got chickens.
Funny.
I'm no livestock slouch. I got chickens because I got sick of trying to figure out Washington D.C. That's what happened. I was watching the news and couldn't understand it, so I got chickens. And you don't need to watch the news anymore because politics in the chicken coop are exactly the same as D.C. One leader, everybody else lives in their own poop. That's it. It's the same. If the kids ask questions at all, I just go, hey, let's go look at the chicken coop and turn on CNN. That's exactly what you're going to see. So anyway, you guys are fantastic. I've missed you with all my heart. Happy holidays, Jacques and AJ, the elves. You guys are all right. Raise your glass, you guys. One more time. I'll see you guys next time. By the way, I wasn't welcome back for a couple months because my Todd profile dipped a little bit. So keep those things up, guys. We're gonna keep it rolling on into the next year, and hopefully we'll get out of this whole holiday season. I love you.
Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Colin.
Colin.
Thank you, Colin. We'll see you
Thanks,
in the
Colin.
new year.
I'm about more than half.